I'm way out of here, I'm just flying the sky. Heard me this ash from the dark, my ash. So pretty little girl, like Cassie. Puffin' on Zeus and she calling me daddy. Walking on shit, trying to look like gas. Came out the gutter, they never meet a swagger. Secure the bag, got a jump a bag. Trying to let her, gotta make sure she good. Hang her too good, I'm real in my hood. Making no money, I'm out of the food. So hard to switch, man, you know I'm good. They call me my label, they right in the chain.
What's up, YouTube? I brought something extraterrestrial for y'all today. A real top of the line, top of the food chain predator, the Alien Remus. And this is the carry version of the Laugo Arms Alien. And it's crazy. I'm just gonna tell you right now from the get-go, my favorite carry gun. But we're gonna get into why, and I'll go through all that. So, starting off the top, the reason this is so pivotal, game-changing, revolutionary is the bore axis. So it's got a gas system similar to an AR rather than the traditional pistol system, which lets them flip the barrel. So it's upside down compared to, I was gonna show you a different gun, but it's fine. So first and foremost, unloaded, safe. So the bore here, if you look, when you get your positive grip, it's actually in line with your shooting hand, and all of the recoil from that gives you a recoil impulse into your hand rather than up. So you get less muzzle flip and less muzzle rise, less of the dot moving, less of your iron sight moving up and down than you would with even a ported or a comped like 2011, which is crazy. You get, I think the video Alien showed, they recorded slow-mo from the side measuring it. They got 6 degrees of rise. It's ridiculous. But in the real world, what that translates to is that when you're moving, the dot never leaves the window. It's ridiculous. So it's got interchangeable top rails, which is, I can't even stress how crazy this is. I can't show you guys, you know, because the YouTube overlords, but you can count the seconds of how long this takes, because I just showed you an iron sight gun, I don't know, like maybe 5 seconds ago. I'm telling you guys, it's ridiculous. No movie magic, no YouTube magic, safe, fully ready to go, and it stays zeroed. I'm gonna repeat that. I just had an iron sight gun. Now I have a red dot and it's still zeroed. I've done this 10 plus times now. Check the zero at 20 yards, 50 yards plus, it doesn't care. So you can take this off, you can run irons. I know a lot of people for concealed carry really prefer irons, so you don't have to worry about acquiring your dot. So you can run irons, go to the range with your boys, throw the red dot on, have fun, get used to it, practice with it until you're comfortable, or just keep running that and it'll take you less than 5 seconds anytime you want. So it is a crazy system. You're gonna have to look up somewhere else, unfortunately, how to swap that, but it is just this little button here. Slide comes right off, slide pops right on. Super ridiculous. One other thing too, so with how this operates, a big problem Aliens had is that the dot, well, it's not a problem, but it was hard to rack because the dot doesn't reciprocate, as you can see with the slide. So a lot of people that come over the top when they're trying to reciprocate a dot were hitting the dot. Well, then people were trying to adjust and pull from the back. Well, the issue with that is that it's kind of hard to do, especially if your hands are sweaty or whatever. Even though this does have really good ridges in here and you can get a good grip on it, I can see the problem. So they fixed that. Now it has the push to rack system. So as you can see, dot doesn't reciprocate, but it does now. You could even push it in, rack it off of something if you were using it for self-defense and you actually wanted to put it through hard use, or just at any point, boom, 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 come down, rack, push down, rack. So it's the first pistol to actually justify these crazy prices outside of a 2011. Before that, really anyone trying to get into that price range, 4K, 5K plus, I don't think it was warranted or justified. This, I would say, is because just the amount of machining and tools they had to come up with at the factory to change the whole game and build something like this had to be ridiculous. And the upfront costs, I couldn't imagine. Now, it is hammer fired, which is also the benefit, not striker fired. because you get the most insane trigger. So just check this out. Okay, that is the take up. I mean,
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
so yeah, I'll be honest, I just assumed nothing is gonna top a 2011 trigger anymore. You know, it's just kind of the name of the game. If you like triggers, if you're a trigger snob and you really want the best of the best, you just go get a 2011 or a 1911 and you'd be done with it. They did their thing on this. Laugo, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I'm in love with this gun. I can't lie about that. You can run stupid fast strings of fire with this, and you do get a slide safety similar to a 2011. And I personally don't really use it, but if you want to, if you like that extra peace of mind, you can run it. Because this does have the trigger safety, that's why I don't run it, because you do have the same levels of safety as a Glock would. So I personally really prefer this, and it's unintrusive, out of the way, and you can't pull the trigger unless you're gonna move the trigger safety. So it's the shit. Then they put a spot here for the thumb rest. They gave you a built-in thumb ledge, which is awesome, and you can swap out what you put there. They have a silicon carbide. This version, the first edition here, got carbon fiber, which I love. I'm a carbon fiber snob. I've got a carbon fiber shotgun, a carbon fiber rifle. I just think it looks sweet. We all love putting carbon fiber on the cars, so for me, anywhere you can add some more forged carbon, do it, and they did it. So this got the limited edition forged carbon grip panels, which, moving on to the grip panel, speaking of which, fully modular with the creator edition of the full-size Alien, so you can run all of their grips. So I actually have one here for you guys. So this has the brass lock grips, and with this, if I want, at any time, I could throw the brass grips on here, and it takes maybe 2 minutes to swap everything out. So the modularity is awesome. You can also swap out the back straps. You can swap sizes. You can swap the checkering, as well as the mag well, and it's all from one screw. So it might take you less than 60 seconds to swap anything you want on this. The modularity is crazy. It comes in the box with 2 different mag wells, 2 different back straps, 2 different mags, different mag sizes, and it's all compatible with the full size, which is awesome because if you want to train, right, got this crazy, mag from the full size. So, I would say it's super fun, and then it lets you practice with what you carry, which is a big benefit. I think a lot of people can't carry some, big, heavy, full-size steel frame 2011 that they would compete with, so then they buy a second one, a small version. Well, that option wasn't really available with something like an Alien or a different platform usually. So now I was super excited because I love shooting the Alien. I love practicing with it, competing with it, all that. And now all of the ergonomics, everything is the same. It's just chopped shorter so that it's much easier to conceal. Win-win. This is exactly the size of a Glock 19 right in there. I'm sure you guys are familiar with what that is like. I want to quit yapping, but I'll be honest. We got to go shoot this thing and have some fun with it because that's what it was built for. So, concealed carry gun. We're going to run some concealed carry drills. So, I think we'll start with just a draw to a double, and then a draw to a Mozambique, which is a failure to stop, so 2 to the body, 1 to the head, and then yeah, we'll take it from there, see our results. We'll do 1 more double. That was a 186. .188 or 183, excuse me. And then, all right, let's do a Mozambique, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. And a 296. We'll run that 1 more time. And a 266, so not too bad. and it felt real good. That recoil impulse is crazy, and it takes some getting used to. It's definitely very different from your traditional pistol that you'll feel. So I will say, switching back and forth from platforms, it's gonna feel weird, which is partially their like shtick and motto is like an out of this world shooting experience. It is very true. It does feel out of this world, in my opinion, in a great way. I'm super excited. I did throw one flyer. That was on my first shot on that Mozambique, and then both of these to the A box. And then obviously the dot is sitting right on the A. Shots are going just below, so could have accounted for that a little better, but it is what it is. And yeah, so last but not least, nothing gets out of here without a bill drill. Y'all know the rules. So we'll go to our 7 yards and we'll knock out some bill drills on steel and see if we can't get a sub 2 second with a carry gun. That would be crazy. All right, getting into the bill drill, 7 yards. Y'all know the drill. We're gonna go for sub 2 seconds, but might be a little tricky, but. I don't know, actually, I kind of felt good about that. 2.01. All right. Only way to go from here is up, or down rather. Ah, I slowed down, damn. 2.25. Ah, okay. If I could get to the dot just a little faster, I'm dot hunting for just a fraction of a second out there. Come on. Oh, that was only 5 shots left. But we did the 5 shots in 1.94. So that one wouldn't have made it. Actually, yeah, it would have. It would have been like a 1.99. Man, Alien, Laugo Arms, thank you guys. This, I mean, I don't know why. I'm saying thank you for making it. I bought it, but you know, if you want the Gucciest carry gun on planet Earth, from out of this earth, it's the one.